Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to episode 10 of More in Design podcast, you fashionable bastards. We got a special guest, Jamal. You know him as a digital creative on Instagram, TikTok. His Instagram handle is rcar from Brooklyn, out here hanging out with us today, man. Thank you for joining us, bro.
Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Yeah. We got Chris over there with the shades, looking like a mobster. How's the week going for you gents, man?
I mean, so far so good. Just a lot of recording every day, trying to build up that cushion and failing. So I'm recording a video every day, but we'll get there. Can't complain.
I think that's how I found you on social media. That was like one of the first videos I saw yours. You talking about you just staying consistent, man, just recording every day. How long you been recording every day since?
It's been, I think, 68 days straight now. 60-something days straight now.
Jeez.
Yeah, so.
Consistency.
Yeah, 2 months and some change, I think.
Hey, shout out to Larry June, man. What made you kind of get into just starting to just create content, man?
Well, honestly, I think it's always been something I wanted to do. So originally, I'm from Florida. I didn't move to New York until I moved here for 8th grade. So, you know,
This whole time I thought you was from Brooklyn, like born and raised.
I really feel like I am.
I mean, 8 years old, I guess that is kind of
enough time.
Yeah, that's enough time.
I came into myself here, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
It's always been a thing because a lot of my time, because I grew up being an only child for a long time, so a lot of my time was just YouTube and just tons of content and TV.
Yeah.
So it's content's always been something in the back of my mind. But this year was the first year that I was really like, all right, like the job I'm at, I really hate being here. What do I want to do? I want to be something in the fashion scene. I know content's king, so I was like, hey, let's start doing content.
Yeah. That's dope, man. So like, what part of Brooklyn are you in now?
I'm in Mill Basin, so close to Kings Plaza.
Oh, Kings Plaza, nice. Chris, where was you living at when you was out here in Brooklyn?
Prospect.
So you've been making content now for like 60 something days. Was that like the original plan for you? Like just to like you woke up like let me start making content, or like how you ended up getting there?
Yeah, so the original plan was definitely close, like streetwear stuff. I quickly realized I'm like, damn, content is king. Like people have to see my face, know the personality, because I feel like now especially like you buy the person more than you buy the clothes a lot of the times.
Facts.
So knowing that, I was like, all right, cool, I got to start this content. What am I going to do? And I was like, well, I might as well just talk about stuff that I like in the space.
Yeah.
And one thing led to another, and I got a video here and there that kind of went crazy. And then I was like, damn, I really like doing content. So since then, it's just been running with it. The clothes is kind of taking a little backseat, but we'll get back to that.
Yeah. What was the video that went viral that kind of like made you think like, oh, like, shit, let me just keep this shit up?
Definitely the Denim Tears one.
Yeah.
Like the Denim Tears one is like a gift and a curse.
Yeah.
Big time, because it gave me a lot of traction, but it was hell.
Yeah.
To be honest, like comments and like a lot of good comments, way more good than bad, but the bad was bad.
What were you talking about on
I mean, I just gave I was giving my honest critique on the brand and just not really feeling the imagery and kind of stuff with Supreme and knowing the kind of things he was gonna do, and they were like, nah. I was kind of confused as like who it was for, what it was really gonna do. But after doing the video and talking to some more people and kind of breaking it down a little bit more, I'm like, I understand where he was coming from. It's just me personally, imagery in that way is just not my vibe. I think there's like more ways to do what he was trying to do besides that.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the people that were criticizing you in the comments were fairly criticizing you, or they were being a bit too sensitive?
So the people in the comments, for the most part, were people like I feel leaning a bit more too sensitive.
Yeah.
But like people that actually went like the further step and went in like my DMs and were like trying to have an actual conversation. People were way better. It was actually taught me a whole bunch of stuff. Like the biggest thing from that was I really learned like the power of content, like how far it goes.
Yeah.
Right.
But then also like how it can change your mind and how it can give you more perspective and like you can see different points of view. Because I've gotten so many different points of view and a lot of things I didn't think about that afterwards I was like, that's a great point.
Yeah. I mean, nobody want to. I mean, I even said this like now that Tremaine is no longer with Supreme. let's see that fucking design that you wanted, that collection you wanted to do for your brand out, like for that you wanted to do for Supreme. Let's see you like roll it out for Denim Tears. And I don't want to see nobody. I don't want to wear nothing. People getting lynched and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like nobody. I personally wouldn't want to see that. And I'm sure like for Supreme's like demographic and target, like little kids, skateboarders, like nobody want to wear that shit.
It didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like I was talking to somebody about recently, and they're like, there was no way Jeppy was gonna let it happen.
Yeah.
There's no shot because they would go after him crazy. It would make zero sense.
Yeah.
So it makes perfect sense. My biggest thing with it though was like the imagery and stuff. Like in a way, I can kind of be like, I see what you're doing. It's a shock value. It's to bring the message. It's to show the things that were happening. But like my biggest problem is like people are so grounded in he's correct, and it's like I'm not saying he's correct or he's wrong. Well, I'm saying there's different points of view. So not everybody is gonna agree, and not everybody's gonna disagree. It's just like let's have a conversation.
Yeah. Like that 50 years of slave shit. I feel like just as a black person, I'm just off the slave shit. I'm off the slave movies. I'm off the slave TV shows. Like I don't even want to wear no shit that even relevant, like references slavery. To be honest, like we free now, like you know. So if Tremaine want to design some shit that represent us being free, man, I'm all for that shit, man. His designs is tough, man. I know there's a lot of conversation, and we were talking about this off air, but like he just kind of like gets a lot of flack for like just the success of like where his brand is at now with like the jeans, the cotton, you know, of course like the design for the jeans and the sweatpants and the hoodies and stuff like that. But like, okay, like, is there anything more to like this brand than this? And we were talking about it like over the past year, like the collaborations and stuff he's done with Levi's and the Tupac, collaboration and collection there was dope. But the new shit that he put out, where it's kind of like people are like, oh, like it resembles Baby Fat and Rockaware. You know, he kind of clapped back and was like, motherfuckers, like this ain't like referencing any of that. It's really coming from Gucci. Do your homework. And I think he's feeling that added pressure. I don't even know if it's pressure, but just like the conversation about him, the good, the bad, whatever falls in that middle. But what do you think, just in general?
No, I agree. I think he is like you're saying. I don't think it's pressure. I think it's more like artistic frustration. Because looking at it from like a content point of view, right? There are so many times where I say something or I leave certain things out.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, either it's going to make the video too long or it doesn't fit or something like that. And then people will comment this thing like, oh, you're not doing your research. You don't know what you're talking about. And it's like, no, like I know about it. I just didn't say it because like that's not the point of the video, or like I just didn't have the time to say it. So I think for him, it really is just like, especially like it's his art form, right? Like it's his avenue of expression, and it's like a super personal thing. So when people are like berating you over and over and giving you this hard time, at some point you're gonna be like, yo, what? Like you don't even know what you're talking about. Like this is like, no, it's not that, it's this. Like, no, it was never that. It was always this type of deal. So I can see where his frustration is coming from, because I can tell you doing the content has taught me to like not take what people say personal. But in the beginning, it was tough. Because I'm like, no, you're missing the point. Like, that's not what I was saying. You completely missed the point, like straight over your head.
Yeah. I think people use that excuse of like, you didn't do the research as a means to try to like deflect from the overall point. It's like, I did do the research. I have a fair criticism. You just don't want to listen to it. Cause you riding somebody else's,
Yeah.
But it's like, I did do the research. I have a fair criticism. If you would listen, you don't have to agree with everything, but if you would listen, I think you would take away some points that I'm trying to make.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's like an artist. Like, I'm sensitive about my shit. Like, and it's all right to be sensitive about your shit. I'm sensitive about the podcast. Somebody say some shit about us, I'm gonna be like, fuck you. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. We working over here. We trying our best. Like, and I don't think people sometimes realize, like, how many times it probably took you to create that one video that was a minute long, but it took you an hour maybe to record it, create the script. Might have took you like 3 to 4 days to edit the shit. And just for someone to be like, man, you don't even know what the fuck you talking about. You'd be like, yo, you don't even know the work I put in, bro. So, you know, more power to you. But yeah, shout out to Denim Tear. Shout out to Tremaine. I'm looking forward to see what they got going into the new year. So that was like the video that kind of got you viral. Yeah, like has anybody ever like slipped into your DM that like you were surprised that they even seen your shit?
Keezy TV from YouTube. Like, I'm a big fan. I'm like wearing the jeans right now. He sent me some stuff.
Right.
I was super surprised about that because that was like kind of full circle for me because I've seen like every video. I saved the videos to watch with my girlfriend. Like, we watch them together. So when he was like, yo, what you got going on? Like, keep doing this. Like, it's like, you're next. Like, this is like what we need. I was like, oh shit. Like, still even now, other than Keezy, like maybe one person. Well, he didn't slide into my DMs, but I was surprised that he was watching my stuff was J Tips. I was like, damn, like, because I have like all these people on my radar. I'm like, I'm gonna do a video on this person and this person, and it seems like the more I'm doing the videos, the more I'm like, wait, you watch too? Like, oh, you know what's going, like, you know who I am. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. I'm okay.
Yeah. Shout out to J Tips Uptown. That's fam right there. Pretty cool. He's been doing big shit with the Hat Club collabs, and it seems like he built up a really good community. I know J Tips back when he was a sneaker reseller back in the day. I think he was working at like Foot Locker, and then from there like just started to kind of just resell sneakers, and then from there and was rapping too. Like, he's nice as a rapper.
Yeah. I was seeing that too when I was looking. Like, I always try to read up on the person I'm doing stuff on, and I was like, a lot of the articles are like multidisciplinary artist, like rapper artist. I was like, he's out here rapping.
Yeah,
too?
he was
like,
rapping.
Oh.
He was definitely rapping back in the day. And when you build a strong community like that, when you pivot and start something else, it's like the community is following you so much that it's like, oh, we're gonna rock with you. And that overall, it's not even that. I think the hats are just fire. Like, you know, definitely. I felt like the torch is like passed on to him. Like, when I was kind of growing up, 40 ounce was like the guy that was like really out here like getting the shit popping for like all the hats, and now like J Tips is like, oh, like when you wear one of his hats, any city you in, really, depending on who really follow fashion, they're gonna be like, oh, I know what that hat is, pink, and then with the pink brim or purple, whatever, it's fire. So shout out to him, Uptown Creatives and stuff like that. How long do these videos usually take you to like kind of create and stuff like that?
It really depends. Like, if I'm locked in and I'm like not on my phone watching YouTube, like on the game with the bros or something like that, scripting maybe an hour if I already have an idea. If I don't have an idea, who knows? It really is just like I have to sit there and figure it out.
Yeah.
But after that, like once I have the idea, recording maybe 45 minutes to an hour, editing maybe another hour. So like altogether, maybe like 3 hours to do one video.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay. So it's not too bad. Not too bad.
But like if I'm locked in for real, like I can maybe knock out like 2-3 videos, hour and a half.
Nice. Where are you trying to take this? Like, as far as just like creating the content or like long term for you?
I'm really thinking about YouTube, like more long form stuff.
Yeah.
Still trying to figure that out though. But other than that, really, it's like, do some of the brand stuff. There's some other stuff that I'm working on with some people that not really trying to get to on air because I don't even know if it's gonna come out. But,
for sure.
So some stuff that could be very good for me and like kind of change the trajectory of like everything I'm doing type of stuff.
Nice. I'm interested to see your pieces that you were thinking about, like as far as just like your designs and stuff like that. What was the brand, I guess demographic or like stylistically, like supposed to be for and stuff like that?
I was leaning more streetwear for sure.
Yeah.
Like kind of same vein, Stussy Supreme, like kind of stuff like that.
Nice.
Like with my own spin on it. Some of the stuff I did like had like famous Jamaican drummers on like this button up that I did and stuff like that, and like these split sweatpants that I did. I'll show you off air. But
you Jamaican?
Yeah.
Oh, fire.
Yeah.
We got the Trini power right here too, man. My brother Trini out here.
Yeah. So it was like very like some of it was like taken from the culture, and some of it was just like ideas I've had in my head for a while where I'm like, damn, I kind of want to see what this looks like in real life.
Yeah. I've never really seen a brand with like more of a Jamaican brand owner that really kind of ties into like the culture of Jamaica. I usually see like brands go to Jamaica maybe for like a lookbook or something like that, or like the islands, to kind of like, you know, steal the juice there and then like come back. But like to really see maybe like a Jamaican brand owner that's really deep rooted into like the culture, that'd be dope.
Yeah, so actually a brand like that, my guy Josh, I actually did a video for him today. His brand Rebels to Dons, super West Indian influence, like very much so what you're talking about. He's
Oh,
one of
fire,
those-
fire.
Yeah. He actually did something with White Hennessy, so you know he's doing his thing. For
Oh
sure.
yeah, shout out. We'll definitely put a clip of that so people can see that. That's dope. Is he out here in New York?
Yeah.
Oh, got the White Henny collab?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Crazy.
That's dope. What's some other like small brands that you or small brands that you mess with, or even if you know the brand owners as well, like kind of like your boy?
So I would say like Haven Court. He's streetwear, but it's done on like a different level. Like it leans a little more high quality, but it's still very much so streetwear, like silhouette and everything. Against Medical Advice, that's New York based here.
Nice.
Wole Olusunde does that. That brand is like one of the next things I think is gonna blow. From there, who else? What else am I really watching? Oh, my bro Meech, he has a brand, The God Degree. I think they're doing some really cool, like, kind of in the same vein as Denim Tears, but like way different execution wise.
Yeah.
But I think what they're doing is really dope.
How do you feel like now where like so many individuals all over the world are just like creating brands? Do you feel like, man, like we need a gatekeeper? Like where it's like just kind of like music, where it's like everybody making music and it isn't as good, or it's just like it's an exciting time now to kind of like create a brand, which I do think that though, where it's like shit, like not every brand that is like kind of now on the scene is able to create like a full on collection, but like I noticed for like some of these smaller brands, like there's like one or two pieces that they create that's just like, oh, I could tell you put like quality into these, because it's like you can't create like 12 pieces because that shit is expensive. My brother always talks about like just manufacturing, which we'll probably talk a little bit about. But like, yeah, what do you think about like just like the rise of just brands all over?
You know, a part of me is like, I think it's a good and a bad thing. I think especially with TikTok, it's like anything can blow. So that's kind of where it gets kind of dicey, because it's like you can just have a one-off and then everything else you do from there is just kind of like there's nothing behind it.
Yeah.
But then you have this pop off and then you have like this quick fall off. But then I also think it's a great thing because it's giving more people a chance that deserve the chance. You know what I mean? Like there's so many more eyes on the field and on like just a brand owner space. So it's like, yo, this is the time. Like if you want to try and do it, go and do it.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris, you got to start your brand back up, bro.
Yeah. Gotta make the call to China, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, for sure.
You mess with that, like manufacturing wise? Oh, go ahead, my bad.
Because manufacturing here is just is dead unless you got a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Unless you already got like a following, so you could sort of gauge, like, you know, you have some sense of who's buying your product already. But if you're starting up from scratch, it's impossible to me.
Yeah, a lot of it too is like a who you know game, which is what I'm starting to find out now. Like, there's been some people that I've spoken with that they're like, yo, if you need help with manufacturing, like, yo, you know, like we do this, I got people. So
Yeah.
I'm like, it really is, like you said, it's money, but also it's a part of
Who
it
you
is
know, right?
who you know.
Yeah.
Because now I always see like people be like, oh, like here's Supreme manufacturer, here's Uggs manufacturer, like try to like either provide you like different like manufacturers off of like Alibaba, and you don't really even know if them freaking brands are even going there. It's just like, you know, it's online, they made content and they're like, oh yeah, I made $1 million off my brand. And it's like these like, you know, not, I wouldn't say hood brands, but like,
Yeah.
you
No,
know what I'm talking about, right? Like,
But that's like a certain, you know, they get their brand popping a little bit, then this is my manufacturer. This is how I started my brand with it. So it's you know, it's a TikTok content creation space, you know.
Yeah.
The thing about that is though is like, I mean, because there are ways to find like the actual manufacturers, but the thing is like, if you try and go get Supreme manufacturer, like unless you have crazy bread, like there's nothing you're gonna be able to do because they're gonna be like, all right, you want to work, it's 100 pieces, and you don't have 100 people that are gonna buy.
Yeah.
So it's like,
that makes sense. And now you usually see, I see a lot of like up and coming like TikTok brands. They'll be like not even TikTok brands, but just like the made to order, or they won't even say made to order. It'll just be like shipping's 5 to 6 weeks. And I'm like, motherfucker, I'm up on game. Like, you about to make this when I purchase it. And there's nothing wrong with it, especially if it's like a piece that you definitely do want. I've waited like a month and a half for some shit. But I mean, I feel like with the TikTok brands, I'm seeing a lot of brands just really just resemble like Hellstar. Like, I was just doing some research and I seen Hellstar was like one of the most Googled brands in the world. And I'm like, what the fuck is so appealing about Hellstar? But me as an old man, I'm like, I could see where like when I do talk to my young boys, they like, yo, Wells, I got that Hellstar shorts. I got this, I got that. And I'm like, okay, like it's definitely appealing to the younger demographic. But like, yeah, what's your thoughts on Hellstar?
I think it's just what they did. I mean, whoever it is that's designing for them, like, has it locked in, because like visually their identity is there is no other Hellstar. Like Hellstar is the only brand that I see that's like them. Because even like the people that are Hellstar inspired, it's like you can still feel you're like, but it's not exactly Hellstar. I mean, I think what they're doing is amazing. I did give them a little bit of a little hell because, you know, they had some shipping issues and stuff like that. And
you copped some stuff?
No. It was just I did a video on.
I did see that with their shipping stuff, and they talked about like the bots.
Yeah. So okay. I mean, they ran into a lot of issues, which was, you know, a lot of it is information that the normal consumer doesn't have, right? So I made the video, and then somebody from the team actually reached out and was like, no, it's actually this and that. So, you know, but I gave them a little bit of critique about the shipping and like being more on top of letting people know. But I think they have something going. My only thing with them is just I wish, just for me, it's just kind of the way I think. I wish they were more community driven. Like I wish they did like events, like do more events, go with the people instead of just, you know, I mean, of course, sell your stuff, make your money, but you build the community. Things like this, things like waiting becomes less of an issue.
Yeah.
Because they're like, well, I know I'm going to get it. I mess with these people, so whatever.
Yeah. I feel like brands are less into the community driving piece. And I don't know if it's really like the consumer that really cares about it. I'm starting to realize that too, where it's like, like when I was starting a brand back in the day, it's like, I need to make sure like my story and my mission resonates with people. And honestly, I think people just give a fuck about like if it's hot or not.
Yeah, that story shit is dead.
Shit is dead, man.
I don't know. I'm always gonna stand by like story and like the like something behind the brand. I mean, you don't have to. Every brand doesn't have to be like incredibly deep. You know what I mean? Like that's not. I don't think that should be the goal. But like something got to be behind it. But I think to your point about like people don't really care. It's like I think people care more about just like, yo, is it popping? Are you getting crazy bread off of this? And what do you look like?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what's the lifestyle? Like, what am I going to feel like if I buy your stuff? I want to see what you look like. Can I feel like that in your stuff? Type of thing.
And I think that, and that's where now everyone feels like they can start a brand, because just like where music, anybody can just, you know, put stuff out there on Spotify or Apple and just hope to kind of go big and get big, and not really driving off a community. It's like, like I want to be a rapper and I want to make, you know, drill music or whatever the fuck they want to do. It's like they're just appealing to like their demographic, and the demographic don't really care about like storytelling. They don't really care about community. So I think that's one thing where I think a trend in 2024, you'll start to see a lot of these brands just phase out. And as Hellstar being like Googled so much, I think Hellstar and like Cactus Plant are like the two brands that are like the most imitated the most, like as far as design wise. And there's a reason why most brands can't really even, they're looking at like, oh, like this is a money grab, but like nobody really like want to fuck with your shit.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why, like, I think people got to really take the time and understand like their craft, like, you know.
I mean, there's a lot of Instagram brands.
Yeah.
So it's like if they could get a quick buck, you know, maybe I feel like a lot of people don't even think about longevity. So it's sort of like music. It's like, I don't think when Sexy Red is making music, she's like, yo, I'm going to be here 10 years from now. Like, I'm going to drop a classic album.
Yeah. My face.
That's just,
Hey,
yeah.
I'm saying sexy. I fuck with Sexy Red. I'm not gonna lie.
You like Sexy Red?
Yeah, it's just
No judging. Not judging. Not judging.
I
You.
like Sexy Red
Yeah,
too.
I mean,
I
it's
like
just,
Sexy
you know what I
Red.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
It's hood
you-
rat
I
shit.
don't- Yeah. I mean.
I watched a few of her interviews. She
It's
cool.
just hood
Yeah.
rat shit. Like it's,
I don't listen to
you know what I
her
mean?
music, though.
Oh, okay.
I can't listen to that shit.
Shout out to Sexy Red. I mean, more power to her, you know, making money, pregnant, all that. She doing it up, I guess.
Yeah.
Doing it up, man. Yeah, bro. So like as far as just like what are some brands that, you know, on a bigger scale are you kind of like messing with at the moment now?
That's a little tough because I've been more on like my streetwear stuff, but surprisingly, I've been looking into Amiri lately, and I know what people are thinking because it's like a big forget Amiri campaign going on, but yo, it's not bad.
You got them Amiri jeans?
Amiri, no.
Yeah, are you talking about like the jeans or just like
No, just Amiri like as a whole, because I feel
Oh.
like a lot of people just look at Amiri for the jeans.
Jeans,
But
yeah.
I'm like, yo, like I was watching some of their shows, and I was like, why didn't nobody tell me about this? Like, this isn't bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with this, other than them like Vujade, which is I think they're Japan based. Ken makes those. I like Vujade a lot. It's like kind of more sleek, high fashion stuff.
Yeah.
Other than them, I don't know. I haven't really been indulging in high fashion as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neither have I, nor do I even want to spend the money on it.
You know what I do like though? I like a lot of like the smaller brands that are like leaning into the high fashion. So like Adam Small, really like Adam Small. He's like out there, crazy jeans like that are like two different materials, crazy jackets with like big lapels and fur and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like him, I really like his stuff. Who else? I'm trying to think who else. I don't know. Yeah, no, I haven't really been leaning high fashion. I mean, Rick, Raph, like they're always gonna be. Yeah, I mean the ones. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like, I'm not gonna lie. I've been meaning to hit up one of my homies because there's a pair of Rick pants that I'm trying to like. I want to source, and I'm like, yo, what can you do with me? Like, what can you do for me with these price wise? You know what I'm saying?
Do
'Cause
you
I'm not-
thrift in the city?
I haven't thrifted in a while.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. I'm a shut in right now, bro. Just work.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm a hermit. That's it.
Just working. Seem pretty chill, bro. Like overall, I'm sure
Yeah.
like now your viewers, I mean, looking at your videos online, you seem pretty chill. Just like you got that voice like explaining shit. It's real soothing, bro.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Like, I keep telling people because like I'll get people to DM me and like ask me like, what do you think about my brand and stuff like that. And like I've had like a couple of people be like, oh my god, I can't believe you responded. And I'm like, bro, I'm super normal.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like, I've never been like, even when I was in this scene like back 2012, 2013, like I was never like I never had like that ego or anything. Like that's just not my thing.
Yeah. You ever had to tell anybody their brand was whack and shit?
Nah, I'm not gonna tell somebody the brand is whack. It's really like what you'll get is either like I just won't respond because like I'll look at it. Like if you send me a message like, yo, check out my brand, like before I say anything to you, like I'll look at it and I'll be like, okay. Or like I'll get I kind of a quick look and be like, oh, this is what I think. Like if I think it's bad, like I probably won't respond to you. But if I do respond, I'll be like, I think like what you have going on, like you're in an okay spot, but like you kind of have to do a little bit more because this isn't gonna be stand out or do anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never want to like shit on people because, I mean, you gotta start somewhere, right? So
Yeah,
if you start somewhere bad, that's fine.
You ever look back at any of your designs and be like, man, this shit was whack?
Yeah, all time.
Yeah.
All time. Yeah.
That's me where I'm like, I look back at my designs or sometimes even like pieces that's like still in the crib, especially now that like I'm moving and I'm like seeing shit that I designed in like 2014, 2013 shit. Even the housing authority shit that I did, I was like, it could have been better. Like that we did with the sweatsuits. I'm just like, man, I don't know if it's just me that like in the moment I love it, and then like maybe my style or just me as a person, I've grown, or it's just like, was it whack in the first place?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is just like how timely it is and like what you're drawing inspiration from during the time. I mean, because there's some designs that I've done like just on Photoshop, just trying to figure stuff out. I look back at it like a month or two later, and I'm like, damn, I was definitely paying too much attention to like this one thing, and that like informed the whole design.
Yeah,
and it's not really like just a me thing in my head, like drawing my own inspirations. It's like somebody else's inspiration that they drew from here, and then they drew that from there, that type of thing.
Yeah. What about you, Chris?
All my designs are fire.
Oh, word.
Because
It's
like
you gotta have.
it's like it's art, right? So it's like everything I do comes from my heart or my mind, so it can't be trash. Cause no, seriously, it's like
no. I get what you're saying.
I remember this. Like back in high school, I was in art class and they were showing us paintings of Jean Michel Basquiat, and I thought them shits was mid, but like some of these paintings were worth like $30-40 million. So it's like every art is subjective. It's like beauty. It's in the eyes of the beholder. You know what I'm saying? So it's like what happens is that if one person looks at something and says, "Yo, that's fire," humans are like sort of like sheep sometimes. So it's like if one person says it's fire, other person. So it's like some people, they say shit is fire and they don't even think that. They're just saying it because somebody else saying it's fire. That's why I say it's like when we talking about like the designs for like the housing authority and shit like that's the soup designs, the ramen noodle soup we made. Like that shit come from the heart. That's how we grew up. You know what I'm saying? So that shit can't be trash.
Yeah.
You might not like it, but it's not trash.
Yeah, that's a good. You know what, Chris? That's a really good point, man. That was deep, bro. That was a really good point. I didn't think about it like that. I was like, yo, you are right.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like in terms of brands, some niggas though, they just they look at another brand. Like I said, they copy and paste.
Yeah,
that shit trash. Cause we know you copying. You use a copy. It's not an original design. It's like when I look at Blue Boy shit, yo, his shit is original.
That might be really your favorite designer now, man. This is the second time on the podcast you talked about
his shit is original. You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell like this came from his mind.
Yeah.
Or like the shit that Kerwin does, Kerwin Frost. It's like you could tell, like even if you don't like it or you don't vibe with it, it's like that's original. You know what I'm saying? Like that came from a genuine place. So that shit can't be trash.
You just did a video on Kerwin Frost, and it was really good.
Yeah.
I definitely do like the pieces. I mean, I don't fuck with McDonald's just because that shit's unhealthy. But yeah, man, that shit. Y'all gotta watch Supersizing, man. I ain't eating that shit. Y'all shouldn't be.
What's the camera? Salute to McDonald's.
Man, y'all pumping that shit in the hood.
Salute to
and motherfuckers got bad cholesterol,
Salute.
high blood pressure. Yeah, they do have it everywhere.
Exactly.
But they pumping that shit in the hood, man. I don't want to eat that shit, man. But the McDonald's shit was dope though. It was definitely. I like the Crocs or the slide shits. Those shits was dope though.
Yeah, it was dope.
I would definitely cop a pair. I wanted to bring this up too because you see a lot of times now brands are taking venture deals or collaborating or getting investors, and you see a lot of that like kind of get messy sometimes. I just read some shit where like the 10 deep. I mean, no one really. Actually, let me take that back. I don't know if no one wears 10 deep, but they were popping back in the day, Karma Loop days.
Yeah, like 10 years ago.
Yeah, facts. 10 years ago for 10 deep, Ruji. And there's some other brands that kind of have bad partnerships with like venture capitalists or investors. What's your thoughts on just like...
You got to take money. You know what I'm saying? With music or with anything, anything art related, you for the most part, a lot of times you got to take money. The difference with like music and fashion is with music, when somebody signed to a label. With fashion, sometimes you don't even know like who is
who has that backing.
Yeah, you really don't know.
I don't know. I think with that, a part of me thinks it ultimately comes down to like having a plan for the money. Because I feel like maybe a lot of people might lose themselves in like, oh, I just got 50 bands in like, oh, I just got 50 bands.
Yeah.
To kind of push it's like, yo, I can go get that watch now. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, it kind of has to go back into the business. You have to strategize. And I'm only thinking about that because I watched a video on Amiri, and he was talking about when he got his investor, and he was like, okay, like, we have to have a plan.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to just blow this money. Like, what are we going to do with it? Are we going to open a store? Is it going to go to like doing something different? Is it for a runway? Yeah, I mean, I think it comes down to plan. And I mean, also, it might just be like people's personalities and like what they really want to do. It's like, yeah, I make clothes, but it's like I'm really trying to get to this money and like live life type deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe it's a mixture of that stuff.
Yeah. I think that shit is I don't know. It's a gray line. Like, I don't know if you take the money because it seems
sometimes it's the ownership
yeah
percentage gets muddied. So like, if you get 100K and you got to give up a percentage of your ownership, maybe even bringing, you know, that the investors might want to bring other people in that you're not comfortable with, then I think that can where the relationship can kind of get muddied.
No, for
not
sure.
Just the money. Yeah.
No, that's a good point, because from the same Amiri interview too, he's like, he worked out something with his investor where it's like he still keeps a lot of control.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think too, it's like you get the money and people are like, oh, now it's time to expand and
right.
I mean, maybe a lot of people don't want to do that.
expand,
maybe,
right?
Yeah, maybe it's like you don't know how, you don't.
Yeah, you're talking about like artistic expression too, and
Yeah.
you know, it's like you get money and then your brand catapults, and then that investor now wants to come in with new ideas, and it's like, nah, I'm the genius here, and you just a bank pretty much.
Yeah, because it was like 10 Deep founder removed from the company after 28 years. It's like, and then he's no longer the affiliated with the brand after bad partnerships. But it's like, imagine you start a brand that's been like out for this long. Because no lie, like even when Karma Loop kind of like started to kind of fade away and nobody was really fucking with it, I was still following 10 Deep, and like for sure like 10 years ago, but like their brand was still like fake popping. Like I would definitely like get
I remember
inspiration.
in high school I used to have the cheetah hoodie.
10 Deep was dope, but like now just based off of like bad partnership, and maybe maybe there's a few partners that own a majority stake, they kind of like vote you out like on some Facebook shit, and it's like it's your fucking brand, and that shit just was crazy to me when I read the story. So it's intriguing there. I mean, I think people would probably take the money, especially like
Probably,
yeah, like you're an artist, you don't really probably have a lot, you want to blow it up, get bigger. So it's interesting. It's interesting there though.
I think a part of it too is like when you get in those positions, I think a lot of artists like will not want to deal with the business anymore, right? So like you have this investor, you have these opportunities to get someone that'll handle the business, and you can just go be an artist.
Yeah.
But then it comes to like how focused you are in the art, and then how focused you are into like, I'm just trying to go.
And look at Bari,
go get crazy.
Where like after I think he took the money, the partnership, and then like recently, like this year, they were like, yo, like he's not associated with V-Lone. Like we're kind of moving on past like the ASAP Bari like.
Yeah. But that's how it is with a lot of companies. You know, Diddy recently just got taken out of Revolt. You know, so it's like it's the same thing. It's like
I think that was based off of him just being like sued.
But still,
if
it's your own company, you know.
Yeah, I think it's still his company, but just like maybe as another entity though. Like I get what you're saying though.
Yeah.
He can't be the face of like his own company anymore, which is crazy.
Yeah, no, it's too like financially risky.
Yeah, because not only can they sue you, they can sue all of. I mean, they can sue all of your companies as well, especially if you are the face or tied to it. So, I think that was more of a strategic like. Diddy, let's let all this stuff. You know, I don't even want to say shout out to Diddy, man, because honestly, like one thing about me, and we were talking about this on air, off the air. I don't know, we wouldn't put that shit on, but like. I think the media puts shit out there, and it's really for you to interpretate. Like, do I care enough? You know, and I look at the comments. I don't know if you do it as well.
I look at some of the comments.
But the comments are sick with people, bro. Like, the people really just like be going after people if anything is out on the web. And to your point where you were talking about like you made the video that kind of helped blow you up or kind of helped put you in the spotlight regarding Denim Tears and Tremaine, and you had like some people on this side and some people on that side, and then like you looking at the comments or the DMs and you like, yo, what the fuck? Like, y'all going a little too hard. So I try not to get too involved in that shit because people be sick, man.
That's the internet too. That's their opportunity to be sick.
Yeah.
Yo, that's a good way to look at it. I never thought about it. Like
No,
that.
seriously.
No, yeah.
A lot of people have like, you know, I think as Americans, we have like a somewhat degenerate culture in general. So a lot of people need to be able to express themselves without fear of repercussions. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like there's so many outlets. If you want to troll people, you can go on YouTube. You can go on Instagram. Are you racist? They got platforms for that too. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be able to express yourself.
Don't say that shit on this podcast, man. Nah, yeah, man. Nah. Who do you think was like the most fashionable like actor probably like growing up back in the day? Or even now?
Low key, Robin Williams.
Robert Williams?
Robin Williams had that shit on. Crazy. Damn. I'm talking like Issei Miyake, Babe, like
yeah.
He was on some crazy shit. It just looks wild on him though. It's just like you would never really know what's going on. But then like recently I saw a video on it where they were talking about like, yo, he has like a bunch of Issei, like the Babe store employees knew him by name, like he was always in there. I'm like, damn, like he really had that shit on for real.
Yeah, and he had the Oakley glasses, crazy.
I
like Jonathan Majors, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, I like his fits.
He's very I don't even know what to call it.
Like an old school Harlem Renaissance type of
having the teacup, like you know,
like he plays jazz in the crib.
Yeah.
I don't know who I mean, I gotta say Will Smith, man. Somebody talked about how like Will Smith really like during Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was wild.
Oh yeah.
You know who was good?
Fresh Prince.
Off of Martin Lawrence. Damn, I don't remember his name. Not homie that doesn't have a job. It was like the chunky homie.
Tommy?
I think so.
No, Tommy's the
no.
one with
Oh,
no
Cole.
Cole.
Him.
Yeah.
Yo, he had some fits.
He
he was
did?
going crazy. He had some fits.
I thought you were gonna say Martin because Martin definitely.
Martin had some fits.
Martin definitely had some fits. Martin definitely with the Jordans too.
Other homie had some
Cole?
like, some other shit on. Like I was like, hold on, that bean is kind of
He
crazy.
had the hats. Yeah. Cole was definitely wilding with the hats. I think those really from my childhood was really like the guys that I was looking at like, damn, like I need to get some like Jordans, or they had the Gas jeans. Yeah. Will Smith was definitely him back in the day, bro. I mean, now artist wise, it's not really even artists. I really feel like NBA players kind of got it if we talking like celebrity with like Shea. He be killing it, bro. Like that's probably like one of my favorite like guys like pause out there that like as far as an NBA that's like kind of really swaggy. Football niggas, they be trying too hard. I feel like when I'm looking at them coming down the tunnel, like just
I feel like NBA dudes try too hard.
I mean,
I be seeing some 7-foot dudes with skinny jeans on and shit. Like I just like I get it. Like you're rich, you got a stylist, you're young.
Miles Turner is probably the one of the most cringing like basketball players, like fashion wise though.
Yeah, all I'm saying, Karl Anthony Towns, he be looking crazy. Some of his fits.
Yeah,
it's like
Kuzma be trying. Kuzma's probably the one that does try hard.
I mean, he's dating a model, so I guess
should,
you know.
Who doesn't try hard that I like?
Jokic.
It's usually like you say.
Some of his suits is fire.
Yeah. Fire, but he's not going for like crazy fashion.
He's from like Eastern Europe and shit.
Cooling.
Yeah. Jokic is definitely on some real calm. Like I'm here to conduct business. 20 on your head in a John Wick slick suit, like with the turtleneck. Smooth. It's smooth. It's definitely smooth.
Smooth for sure.
I gotta get me a suit. You own a suit?
Nah, I used to. But I can't fit that.
Every man gotta have a suit.
Yeah, I gotta have a suit.
That's what they say. You gotta have a suit in your closet. Black, blue, and then I think they said tan. Nah, not you.
Nah.
Unless you're going to a job interview or the Burberry suit.
Nah, you don't even gotta wear a suit. You could just
Burberry
wear
suit.
business casual.
Yeah, business.
I mean, now
not a full suit, Chris, but like like a sleek one. Like they got the draft day suits. You know how like
okay. I mean,
yeah. I'm not talking like Steve Harvey type suit.
No, not that. But I'm saying that's still a suit though.
That is, but that's not a suit that we wearing.
Yeah, that's like dress
That's
down.
like your pop suit, like you just or Billy, where he pulls out his linen suit.
Talk about that.
Yeah, shout out to my mom's husband Billy. He pull out this one fucking linen suit, baggy ass linen suit.
That's crazy.
Every fucking event, you know, he got a white one,
bro.
He got a white one. I think it's a white one, and then he got the tan one.
Yo.
Yeah.
he go white suit with the gators.
Yeah,
you know I mean? Like I can see the
he don't even got no
gators.
He don't even got no gators, man. We gotta get him some Shein gators, man. We gotta maybe do that for him.
He don't got nothing.
Nah, you ain't gonna get him nothing?
Nah, I said he don't got nothing.
Yeah, we definitely gotta get him something, bro. What's your thoughts on fakes?
I mean, I get it. I mean, a lot of this stuff, it's like, especially reselling and just the price of everything going up, like, it's damn near impossible, or you're gonna blow a lot of money to get the shit you want.
Yeah.
Am I gonna get fakes? Nah. But like, if you get right now, it's at the point too where it's like, if you have a fake on, like, who's gonna know?
Yeah.
A lot of times, nobody's gonna know because nobody's gonna be like up on your shoe or whatever. But
I'll smack the shit out of him.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird.
I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Nah, high school they used to do that though.
No. I'm not gonna lie. It was different. High school was a different time.
High school.
You ain't no man in high school. You still a boy.
No, that's what I'm saying.
So the thing is, you don't even have the mindset yet. Like especially if you're not really tough. Like you just trying to get fly. Like, you know, like you trying to find yourself. So it's you may not. I know I wasn't like that, and I'm not like that. But like, if you really came up to me and was like, "Yo, bro, those is fake," and like in front of people, like.
Yeah,
I don't care how. I
high school. We had some Indian guy. He came to school with the fake Jordan 11s, the breads. Everybody was roasting him, but what's crazy is he was driving an S-Class Mercedes though. So it's just like looking at that when I was young. It's like, yo, his family got more money than all of us, and he rocking a fake 11s. It's like he could just get the real ones. It kind of was a mind fuck at the time.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't really understand.
I don't know. Fakes are. I really don't.
What if your girl pulled up with some
no.
some fake Travis's?
No.
It was like, yo, come on, babes.
No. Oh, she can't go. You can't walk with her.
No, she's not.
Oh,
no, we can't do the fakes.
Oh, damn.
That my thing about it though is just like, I had a video on it too where I'm like, yo, like I can see why you would get a fake.
Yeah.
But there's always an alternative. Like I think it's more interesting to be like, all right, let me just go and find something else. You know what I mean? Like. Besides these, like I don't have another pair of ones because I kind of got tired of the shoe, and then I was like, damn, these twos are kind of hard and they're cheap. Like nobody's rocking these. Like I'm about to
twos are fire.
Yeah, I mean
twos are low key fire, bro. I think people are just off the Jordan wave right now.
Yeah, it's kind of it's slow. I haven't seen like
those fives that came out recently. Those are fire. I think the resale is like $2,000. The black with the little purple in them.
2,000.
Yeah, you see, like stuff like that is why.
You said 2,000?
Yeah, the resale is like 2,000 at the moment.
It's crazy out here. That's why I can't really.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. I can't fault people that go and like, they're like, yo, I want this shoe, I can't find it because it's $2,000. Like I'm gonna go get this fake, and who's gonna know? Like, I can't.
What's worse, fake sneakers or fake clothing?
They're both fake.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Well, yeah. What if your shorty came through with the fake Gucci bag?
Well, I mean, nah. That's everybody.
Every woman do it, especially even like women that like the milfs or the mothers that
they go right down to Canal Street.
Go right to Canal, man.
And a lot of people be having real bread and go and get the fake.
Yeah.
Because who's gonna tell them?
Because
you're gonna tell me, this person with all this money, that my fake bag is fake? Like, this is real for all you know.
I think it's a mindset thing.
Yeah.
My mom got fake bags, but she got the real ones. She just rocked the fake bags every day. Keep the real ones in the closet. She got like she don't got like a bunch of real ones. She got like
this nigga threw his mom.
That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. You can't do that.
Crazy.
You can't do that. That's not
you
right.
threw your mom under the bus, bro.
She wouldn't care. She wouldn't care, man.
Like if my girl did have fakes,
I don't trust this.
y'all wouldn't know. Yeah, I mean nobody would know.
Yo,
like, I'm not gonna put
now
info
niggas
out
gonna
there.
be looking at our mother at work like, yo, shorty.
Nah, everybody at work got the fake bag.
I mean, yeah, she worked.
Fake bags.
That's crazy,
especially the MCM
too, man.
You know, right?
Especially the MCM.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, the amount of MCM bags I saw coming out.
The MCM,
it's around. It's still around.
Yeah.
It's still around. I see the book bags and the handbags pretty often, to be honest.
Yeah, I have not. I mean, that wave MCM bags. I've never seen no shit like. I mean, besides Telfar, but like that, like price wise, like anyone can kind of somewhat get like a Telfar bag, but like MCM like took over. Like niggas had like Telfar with Bape collide, like it was just nasty fake bags out there. You be on that 2 train, and I'm like, nah, bro, this is. Why you got this on right now, bro?
That Telfar wave was serious though.
Yeah, bro.
It was serious. Everybody had the bags.
Hey, I can't even lie. I got my mom one.
I got my mom one too. I got her the UGG bag.
We got her the UGG bag.
Damn, that's crazy. You took his credit?
Yeah, man.
That's crazy. We.
Yeah, come on, man. Nah, yeah, facts. My daughter, my girl about to give her hand-me-down bags to her too. So my daughter about to be like fucking happy as hell. So, but I don't know. It's just like that wave was crazy too, though. Dope, and I'm happy for him. Like you said, he's been in the industry for what,
like over 20 years.
What was he doing? How you?
I think he was doing his own brand, but I think he was like styling. I think he was doing other things too, but didn't nobody know him back then. And then he just kept working. Finally got his recognition. So
I would get in the bag industry. Or like women, like apparel, like not really apparel, but like accessories. I feel like there's a space after seeing like Brandon Blackwood, Telfar, like it's still, or even like the bags where it's like systematic racism. I forgot, it starts with a C.
Yeah, what's the bandana bags? I forgot the brand.
Oh,
that's a guy and his sister.
That's his sister.
Two black. Yeah.
Two.
I forgot what it is, but they all got the bags too.
I like
and the twist.
Tulia,
yeah. And they just got to collab with Adidas. Yeah, bro. Like if you had to, if a brand, what brand would you ever like want to work with? Whether it's content or just anything. Is there like a brand that you admire that much that you would love to have like a dream collaboration, however that look like? Damn. And you can pick it out, like as far as what the collaboration would be.
I mean, I'm a big like Pharrell Nego fan, so maybe like Human Made. Human Made would be like if they're like, yo, just do anything, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. Like I'm going. Or like, who else? It's a good question. I never really thought about it.
Yeah.
No.
I've thought about it too. I was like, yo, like what if, like when we get to where we want to get to, it's like, man, like I would love to do like a fucking sneaker like collaboration with like New Balance. Definitely a wine. I definitely want to do something with like, I think Vic kind of mentioned that because we typically now just get wine right before every episode and kind of like loosen everybody up. But like I would love to do like a brand partnership deal with like a wine company. I don't know who, but beer, not beer, because I'm not really a beer, really big,
like a seltzer.
Yeah, but more like a wine. Like a little wine or some shit, a little wine and dine, maybe with Gary V or something like that. He has like a wine company.
Gary V.
Yo, he's dope, bro.
All right.
You don't like that guy?
Yo, you gotta work 30 hours a day, bro. You gotta work 7 days a week. You can never stop working. Never stop working. Nah, man. I don't fuck with that shit, man. I get it.
You do gotta work a lot, though.
And then he was handed the wine company. He acts like he's self-made, but he really came up rich. It's just like, all right, man. I get it.
You always gotta paint a picture from rags to riches, for sure.
Yeah.
But Human Made not back in the day, but when they had the sneakers that them shits went crazy too. The slip-on shits, the red, the yellow, the Pharrell Human.
Oh yeah.
Back in the
Human
day.
Race. Yeah,
Human Race.
Yeah.
I didn't know if they were associated with Human Made, but yeah, those were dope.
No, I don't think they were. I think that was Pharrell's thing, but they did have a human made pair. I'm pretty sure. I think it was like a white pair with a red heart on it.
Yeah,
but yeah, I never really liked those that much.
I liked them at the time because they reminded me of like Roshi's, like an upgraded version. But like, yeah, I couldn't afford them shits. And
I like missed the whole Roshi craze too. Like, never got into it.
No,
never got into it.
They were. I mean, it was during that bubble of just like streetwear, like kind of like Ben Trill. I felt like wasn't that like during like Ben Trill, Hood by Ear, Roshi's, like during that time. Like it was just like a bubble of just like new fashion kind of coming in the like industry. Like even like the silhouette was like the Roshi was like that wasn't seen before, you know? So it was definitely a cool bubble.
I know the Roshis, I just don't know what I'm thinking about Hirachis.
No, Hirachis is fire too.
One that I missed that one too. I didn't get into that one either.
I couldn't afford it like back in the day because I'm a little older than y'all. So it's like when Hirachis came out, especially like in high school, the black and red shits, it was so many different flavors. My mom never wanted to fucking spend the bread. Like I was just like, you know, it used to get me upset, bro. Like I had one sneaker.
She got you the deodorant for Christmas, right?
Yo, my mom didn't fuck with me, yo.
Hey, you can't stink. That's a good gift.
Nah, bro.
That's a good gift.
Yo, imagine, my mom single-handedly ruined Christmas for me one year. I think I probably was 16. Probably letting me know, like, you a man now, nigga. Like, I'm not getting you, like, all these, like, things that you fake want. My mom got me, the first thing that I opened up, which is, like, she's sitting right here, and I opened up the present, was, like, Axe body wash and deodorant spray. And I was looking at her like, yo, my nigga, I know you didn't just get me this. She was like, it was on sale, like, you know. And I was like,
tell your son, I got this on sale.
Yeah,
you know
and I was like, nah, this nigga is crazy, bro. Then I opened up the next present. It was fucking you remember when like the college hoodies were like popping like back in the day?
Yeah.
Yo, this nigga my mom got me the same hoodie I already had. She bought me a Miami University and a Duke one. I already had the Duke one. I just wore this shit like 2 days ago with her at dinner. Yeah. And I was like, yo, why you got I wasn't as blunt, but I was just looking like, yo, like this is so bad. We starting off bad right now. Maybe I picked the wrong gifts. And it just kept getting worse and worse. She got me a Jay-Z Kingdom Come CD CD.
That CD,
and that was bad. I
like that CD.
That was his worst album, Kingdom Come.
You used to play it during when you used to play Gears of War, played at the same time.
It was like 2 songs I like.
Nah, it was 2 songs. Yeah, those songs
Life
was good.
is like a B Street. Yeah. But besides that, bro, J Hove, that was a bad album.
Nah, it was super trash.
It was bad, super man. Trash. Nobody even talk about that album. Yeah. So I was like, this was a bad Christmas. Ever since then, I don't fuck with Christmas. My daughter be asking me that shit. She was like, you don't like Christmas? I'm like, nah. She was like, why? I was like, ask your grandmother. Going into like the new year, what are some goals, resolutions? What's some things that you just are continuing on working on or looking to work on?
Just really working on some more content, like kind of switching it up, getting a little different with it, not doing the same thing as much. The stuff that I'm working on in the background that I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna happen, but hopefully it happens. And probably working on some YouTube, some long form stuff, trying to figure that out. Really, yeah, getting that back a little bit because that's the thing I've always wanted to do. So I'm like, this is
get
the
that
time.
YouTube money. That YouTube money's different, man. Once you get there, man. I mean,
it's a different bag.
It's a different bag, man. What about you, Chris?
Goals, hopefully get a second job. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest.
Just don't want to hear that second job shit. We talking creative shit. Okay. But all right, go ahead. Yeah, talk.
I'm gonna be honest, creatively. I'm a little creatively bankrupt, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I do want to like start back up with the brand.
Yeah, talk about how y'all had that PPP loan shit and it's still.
I don't think we could talk about that.
You can't talk. No. Them shits have been forgiven.
Oh yeah, no. He got the he signed up for it. I ain't signed up shit, but he signed up for it.
Yo, his boy signed up for a PPP loan and got like 17,000, bro. And they were supposed to start the brand, which they did do, but like. Imagine someone's like, yo, I'll give you 17,000 to start a brand. Yeah. And then just like blew the shit.
Like it's I got a lot on my mind about it, but it's like he gotta come on and explain it. But it's like me and him got like different art directions, not just art directions, but just business mindset and like what we wanted to achieve. And I felt like I entrusted him with the art direction. So he wanted to get the manufacturing made here, so that's what we went with. And it wasn't my money, so I wasn't gonna press the issue. But yeah, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
And
Learning lessons. I think that's the thing. It's like, bro, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Lessons are very expensive, especially in anything that you do, like industry. But let's stick with like clothing, like or fashion. It's expensive to really figure out like what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got to be very mindful, or you got to find some like guerrilla marketing, or you just got to bootstrap everything potentially.
My mindset is just, if you're making designs, like I said before and earlier, it's like it comes from the heart. So it's like me, I'm not a fabric person like that. Like he went to school for fashion. He knows how to sew. He knows about every single fabric. So to him, it's like the quality is like extremely important. Me, it's like, I think about shit that I wore as a kid, Supreme and all the streetwear brands. It's like, I wasn't necessarily thinking about the quality of the shit. I was just like, yo, this shit is fire because of the designs, because of how it looked on you, or just like how it made you feel, or the culture surrounding it. So that was my mindset. So it's like, if I get the manufacturing made overseas, it's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? It's
not at all.
Yeah, and it's still pretty quality. So that was my mindset, and it still is. So hopefully we could get back to it.
Yeah. I hope so, bro. I hope both of you guys you start your brand too whenever that time does come. But bro, thank you for joining us today, bro. This was a great segment, man. A lot of great insights and shit like that. Yeah. Anything you want to kind of say to the people before we dip? Or
I mean, just appreciate you guys for having me. And I mean, just as far as the people, yo, if you want to do something, hey, just go and do that shit, because 68 days ago, I wasn't doing any of this. Like, and then a few months before that, I was working a job that I hated. And now I'm in conversations and in rooms and going places that I never thought I would be.
Crazy.
So
now you got to listen to Larry June's 60 Days. 60 Days.
I might have to run that on the ride back.
60 days. He talks about anything could change in 60 days. So, yeah, shout out to you, bro. So, thank you for coming through, bro.
Thank you for having me.
Yo, please subscribe, share. Thank you for tuning in. And, yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.